standing in front of the largest electric truck charging site I've ever seen. And by large, I mean 100 megawatts large. Yes, you heard that right. The highlight, the absolute highlight. This is the first time I've seen a 1.44 megawatt charging system. But look at this site. These are all the trucks standing on charging site, and the maximum they have delivered the energy in one single day was 300,000 kilowatt hours. Let me pause over here. Yes, 300,000 kilowatt hours. So let me quickly show you around, or maybe I'm going to take more time. But look at the massive size of this charging site and where it is located. So the city or the county, it's called Beichuan. It's like 150 kilometers north of Chengdu, which is a really fabulous city in China. And I've been over here because when I was planning my China trip, so I posted on my LinkedIn that I would like to visit the extraordinary charging infrastructure in China. I would like to witness all the technologies. I would like to meet charging infrastructure player in China, and which I've already met few of them. But this site visit was organized by Huawei, so thank you so much for bringing me over here. But all the research I've done over here on this site, I've verified it. So if you're at home, bring your coffee, bring your juice, snacks, because what I'm going to show you right now, your mind is going to be blown away. Yes, that's the nicest way I can put it. So what is so special about this site? Let me show you around some chargers. Right away, I will not waste your time, show you the highlight, the absolute highlight. This is the first time I've seen a 1.44 megawatt charging system. It's, as I mentioned, it's from Huawei. So probably you have never seen 3 plugs. I only saw it once. It was in a video, but now I got to see it live. So these are 3 connectors. So 2 are the usual charging connectors. And so these 2 are the standard charging connectors. But here's the third one. The third one, I mean, you can look at the size of this cable. The third one is actually for liquid cooling. So yes, so it is for liquid cooling. And this whole unit behind, I didn't ask the Huawei team, but it seems to be like a thermal unit or cooling unit. So for the sort of energy that's going to flow from here. And this is a kind of truck that I'm going to show you around. And I'm also going to show you the chargers, how many chargers are installed per charging spot. Also, what are the power units that are being used, also the solar system. So let's break it down one by one. So firstly, on this site, so it's a relatively new site. It was, I think, opened back in August last year. The planned capacity of this site is 100 megawatts. The installed capacity in the first stage is 50 megawatts. So how it's 51 megawatts? Basically, they have installed 72 of these units. So these are Huawei power units. And if I have to look at their nameplate, here it is. So these are 720 kilowatts. So 720 kilowatts, so let's say 72 multiplied by 720. So 51 megawatts of power is already available over here. But if I just have to look beyond it, you're going to have a look that this site is in an optimal place. There's huge grid at the back. Exactly, high power station, high power grids, everything is available over here. So this site is located really on the altitude of 650 meters. So and now let's look at the solar that they have installed. So the solar, as you can see over here, they have installed capacity of 1 megawatts or 1000 kilowatts. And what I read was that 5000 kilowatt hours of energy could be produced, I think, on average or on a good day. I'm not sure about that one. Then at the back, we have also 2 battery storage systems. Yes, only 2. Right over there, maybe once I reach over there, I'll show you. So these are 215 kilowatt hours, 2 battery storage system. So that means it can discharge with 0.5 C, meaning 107 kilowatts or 100 kilowatts basically is coming from the battery storage. So solar we have covered, how huge the solar is. It's not just one roof, it's going to be multiple roofs, and that's why I'm going to say, please watch the video till the end. I'm going to show you around this whole site, which is, I mean, you read the numbers, it is something else. You visit it and you have to walk through every charger. It's completely different. That's what I'm going to show you in the end. So for each charging spot over here, there are going to be 2 charging guns. And let me show you why. I think there is a green truck. Yes, that truck behind is charging. Let me show you. And then it will be much more clearer. Because in China, for the trucks, you're often going to see the system that the truck is going to be charged with 2 charging guns. And what are these chargers over here? So they are Huawei chargers, and they are rated for a maximum output of 600 kilowatts. So on each charging spot, you're going to see dual dispenser, 2 cables, and each dispenser can deliver 600 kilowatts at the peak, but a continuous rating of the cable over here is 480 amps. So that means if you're going to plug in 2 cables, these trucks can easily charge with, let's suppose, 500 kilowatts or something. I'm not exactly sure, so I cannot make an exact statement. But what I wanted to show you was these are the trucks over here. So there is a green one and the blue one. So the blue one doesn't have a swappable battery. And I asked the drivers over here, so the batteries on this blue truck, if you're going to see on this side, so you're going to see there is a relatively smaller and there is a larger one. So the smaller one is 401 kilowatt hours battery pack, and the larger one, I think this is the larger one, it's 601 kilowatt hours. So these are 2 battery packs, but these are semi-trailers. So the blue ones you're going to see, these are the semi-trailers. The green one, on the other hand, these are not semi, they are rigid chassis. And the batteries they had, what I found interesting was they seem to be swappable batteries. I will show maybe other green trucks while I'm walking here, but they had some hooks, so that means these battery packs could be removed. The blue one don't. So, and the green one battery capacity is like 281 kilowatt hours. That's the one I read. Maybe there are other ones as well, but for now you have 3 battery ranges: 281, which are very few on this side. Green one, majority I've seen are the blue ones. So 401 kilowatt hours to 601 kilowatt hours. The drivers over here charge from here and return also over here. So this operation completely, what you're going to see over here is more like a middle mile logistic. You have defined starting and end points. It's not going to be long haul where you are one day in Beijing, then Shenzhen, then Chengdu. It's going to be in the neighboring areas, 200 to 300 kilometers, the drivers are going to go and come back over here. So that part is clear. So now I have to think before I move too fast. But what I've done so far is I've explained the solar. I've explained the battery storage as well. I've explained the power units over here as well. So these are liquid cooled power units. So even if they are charging, so right now this one is charging, so I can feel the air coming out of it. It's extremely silent. So you don't really hear it. And you might be thinking that the trucks are standing over here and they are not charging. And let me tell you why. So today is 5th May. You have to keep in mind that in China there was Golden Week. So the Labor Day holidays were from 1st May all the way up to 5th May. Tomorrow they are going to go on the duty. But anyways, in China I saw that people were working even on the holidays. So except the big major companies, they have holidays, but relatively stores, shopping malls, dealerships, everybody was open. So just keep in mind, so that's why not everybody is charging. Maybe some have already charged and they are ready for tomorrow. So morning hits and they're going to go. When I arrived here for like 3 hours ago, these all parking spots were empty, but now they are kind of full. These are the inverters from Huawei as well. I don't know the power what it is. Maybe I can see over here. 150 kilowatts or 165 kilowatts. Maximum rated output power, 150 kilowatts. So Huawei inverters are also installed over here. Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention was who is the supposedly CPO of this side. So this is only truck charging side. There is nothing else are you going to find. So there is maybe one or two cars are standing here, but they are not charging. So this is the company XCMG. So the trucks over here, all of them belong to this company, I think so. I mean, so far I've only seen them. If other trucks are coming and charging here, I have no idea right now. But this is what I've seen. So each parking spot that we are going to see is going to have two plugs or two dispensers, 600 kilowatts rated. The megawatt charging site which we are going to see, or the megawatt charging plug that we have seen, is 1.44 megawatts. Now let's talk about the numbers. So the numbers in the press release said that 108 600 dispensers are installed, 18 times megawatt chargers or megawatt units, and 72 times 720 kilowatts power modules. So this is what I say. So when I say 108, it doesn't mean I'm counting two, I'm just counting one parking spot. And I actually verified it. How I verified it? I did a tour of this complete site, counted each and every one of charging spot that was over here, and yes, the total was coming out to 108 charging spots with dual dispensers, meaning we are talking about 216 plugs. So again, if you're on this charging site, you might as well use two charging connectors because you're going to pay for the kilowatt hours anyways. And this is the battery storage unit that I was talking about. And this is also from Huawei. And nominal capacity is 215 kilowatt hours and the rated power is 108 kilowatts. So one thing I just realized while I was trying to explain, I didn't count the transformers. It's going to be so much more effort, but what I want to show you was what are the transformers rated at least. So the transformers are rated at 1600 kVA. And the batteries also, maybe perhaps this is also what interesting. It is from, mostly I've seen it's from this manufacturer, SEVB. So the blue ones are SEVBs. I think the green one supposedly are going to be from the same manufacturer. So that's pretty much it. But now let's talk about further numbers. According to the press release, they said that on average, they get a traffic of 700 trucks per day. I told you that 126 are already the charging spots. This is stage one. And in that, 700 on average. And the maximum they have delivered the energy in one single day was 300,000 kilowatt hours. Let me pause over here. Yes, 300,000 kilowatt hours. I don't know what was the traffic recorded that day, maybe 1,000 trucks, so that each truck was charging 300 kilowatt hours. Sounds plausible. Or maybe 1,200 trucks came here, I don't know. But considering the battery sizes, it is kind of plausible because the people charge over 100%, they go out, maybe after 200 kilometers, they are going to come back. It's more like 20-30% SOC, what we are talking about. One more thing about the truck electrification was, talking to some driver, I got to learn that in the county or in the surrounding of Beichuan, the logistic trucks are like 4,000 right now. And what's interesting was, again, this is just anecdote, I would say. It was just by talking to one truck driver, he told me that nearly 50% or 60% has already been electrified. So these are not only the single trucks that we are going to see, there are some charging spots, maybe charging hubs in the surrounding area. Now let's talk about stage two. Stage one is clear, 51 megawatts is already installed. So I was talking to the people who are responsible for this site, not Huawei, but the people operating this site. So they told me that in the stage two, they are even going further So maybe I'll just give a quick look around where I'm talking about. So right behind that area, over there, right now only the trucks are parked, but over there, they're going to be a stage 2 side install. And in the stage 2, they are not going to install any more 600 kilowatt dispenser. It is only going to be 1.44 megawatt systems and 33 of them. So then you add 51 you already have, you add 47, so you're just there at 100 megawatt system in the stage 2. And the stage 2 I think is planned for next year, maybe 1 year later, maybe 3 or 4 quarters later. I couldn't get the right information, but that is it. And now I think it's time to show you around, because I verified. At first I didn't see, like, okay, no, it doesn't make sense, 108. Let's go around and check. And we visited the site. I started walking and I already got tired. And then what I did was, let me show you. I took the site tour in this car. It's a Xiaomi SU7 Ultra. And we stopped at every single charging spot, or maybe drove at only 5 kilometers per hour, counted every single charger that was out there. That's why I can say with 100% confidence, I myself counted 108 charging spots with these dispensers, which means 216 plugs. So let me show you around how massive this site is and what is happening in China. So, and and what better way to do it? Perfect ride for these tasks. Yes. So let's start. All right. Thank you so much, Derek, for showing me around this site. And I think now we should go and record this one session, like how we drove by this site and how massive this site is. And as you can see, the location is extremely beautiful. And we have to consider also that the amount of trucks that are not charging, they are standing here easily. Right now, there are currently like 250, 200. I mean, I would say easily 250 plus trucks are standing right now, because these are not even standing on the charging spots. So this is the last row where we started counting the trucks, and also the charging spots where chargers were installed. Let me take the seatbelt out because my microphone is going to record a lot of sounds from it. But look at it. So what we started doing was having a look at from where the chargers are going to start. And from this charge point, we can see the chargers are going to start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one is always going to be empty. So you can use this logic over for these sides. First, second, third, fourth, fifth is standing there and it has no charger. And exactly like this, over there, the first few chargers did not have any charging stations installed. So it started roughly at the middle when I think we counted like 10 or 12 charging spots from here. So after the inverter ends, yes, from here it has already started. So again, the same logic, 4, and there is an empty place. And that's how you should go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that was the empty one. So first row is complete. In the second row, I will not move the camera left and right. I'll just want to show you how it looks like when you are coming head to head and entering the charging site. So we can go right here. Yes. And just look at it. The amount of trucks that are standing today, sensational. Oh, I need to put the seatbelt, sorry. All right, we can start. Again, the same logic, just remember 4 and then fifth one is empty. But look at this side. These are all the trucks standing on charging side. So on this row, every place has a charging spot. Again, the same logic. So every fourth and the fifth one is going to be empty. But you can see the massive scale we are talking about here. And now we are going to go in the third lane. This way. We haven't shown this one. So we can start from here. Yes, maybe you can keep on driving. Are we going the wrong way? No, we are going the right way. And here you're going to see the megawatt stations. That's what I was explaining earlier as well. So megawatt station, what should we do? Should we start from here and then come back? I think that way it's easier to explain how the megawatt site has been designed. Otherwise, all right. So we can start right from here. So you have to remember how the site is designed. So 2 times the parking spots are going to be equipped with a normal dispenser, which is normal, like 600 kilowatts normal. And then there is going to be 1.4 megawatts system. So each side we are going to see has 1.44 megawatt system, 2 parking spots for 2 dispensers or 4 dispensers, and the fourth one is going to be empty. Again, 1.4 megawatts, one dispenser, 2 dispenser slot. This is empty. Again, same logic. 1 megawatt slot, dispenser, empty slot. And just like that, we have covered the third row. And as you can see, there are all the power units, all transformers, everything is installed over there. And if you think that was it, there's one more row that we have to go through as well. But over here, this side was more like for the megawatts. And now we are going to enter the last lane. And you can see it already starts from here. The charger connectors have already started. The connectors have already started from here. And now every place is almost booked, but maybe this is empty. I can show you. Yeah. Here, it's if I remember, it was a mix, right? So it was a mix of megawatt and
these two rows.
Yes, these 2 rows have also megawatt systems. So megawatt, 2 dispensers, empty place, and same over there as well. So there is a megawatt, as you can see. There has to be an empty space, dispenser, and then dispenser, megawatt. I mean, I am absolutely blown away by the massive size of this truck charging site. And as I mentioned, this is just stage 1. Stage 2, 33 megawatt system are going to be installed. And then we are talking 98 megawatts. So that was it. It's from the city, from Beichuan, north of Chengdu, 150 kilometers. If you're visiting China, make sure to visit this site just to witness for yourself what sort of truck charging capabilities we are talking over here. What do you think about it, Derek? Would you recommend people to come here?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
This is
shocked. Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal place. The amount of chargers I've got to see over here. And also we had a really nice conversation with the truck drivers. They were really cooperative. And I would invite people to visit China, see for yourself what sort of electrification it's happening here. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Thank you so much for bringing out Xiaomi. Would you like to say some final words?
Yeah. I think this is the first stations with more than 100 megawatt charging. Yeah. But in the future, of course, in China at least there are more and more hundreds megawatt chargings there. Will be built. Yeah. It's no doubt. Yeah.
Amazing. And And this is the charging site. They are going to be in, they are already existing swapping stations. So, I mean, just imagine what I've already witnessed. So once I'm really excited to go back and start uploading the things I've witnessed from electric scooter, swapping station, electric scooter, charging sites, um, public CPOs, massive charging stations, 70 charge points, and now this truck charging site, which had 216 plugs, 18 megawatt plugs, and also then 33 are about to come. So thank you so much, Derek, for your time. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate bringing the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra. I had my dream come true as well. Got to try this car as well. So it was extremely amazing experience. And with that, I would like to conclude the video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you found this video insightful, make sure to follow me on LinkedIn with the name Syed Hasib Hassan. And also follow me on socials, eTechvolution. I also write a newsletter which is read by 2,500 industry professionals. My name is Hasib. I'm an e-mobility consultant. So if you're a company working in the e-mobility startup scene, or if you're a charger manufacturer, if you want to enter the European markets and you want help with the go-to-market strategy, due diligence, competitive intelligence, or basically something around those lines, you can reach out to me at hasib@etechvolution.com, or you can find out my consulting services at etechvolution.com/consulting. That's it. Thank you so much again, Huawei team. Thank you so much,
Yes, thank you.
Derek.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure, and wishing you guys a lot of success.
Thank
This was amazing. Thank you.
you. Yeah, and see you